So you understand, people that don't hear the words, when you bringing scripture to people, you show them, especially Christians, you show them scripture, something simple like his Torah is forever. When you show them something like this and they don't hear it, they said, I don't care what you say, the law is done away with. These people, they don't hear this word because they don't belong to him. They're not his. They didn't get a visit. These people did not get a visit. And this is a huge mistake on their part. Thinking all of a sudden they think they walk in righteousness. All right, Genesis 26:5. Is Abraham your father? If Abraham was your father, are you doing the things of Abraham? Let's see. Because Abraham this is the Most High speaking here. Because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, my Torah, my laws. See, this one, now, you ask the camp this, they will tell you, yeah, we obey the voice. They may say we keep charge because they don't know what that means. But they may say we keep charge. We keep the commandments. You hear him say that. The statutes, you may hear him say we keep the statutes. They sort of understand the statutes. And the laws, we keep his law. Yeah, we keep the Most High's law. We keep the Torah. They'll tell you this. That's easily said. Most of our people that call themselves Hebrew Israelites, they will tell you, I'm a commandment keeper. I keep the commandments. We have Goy rising up, calling themselves commandment keepers, realizing we're not supposed to be in Christianity. That's a man-made religion. All roads lead to Rome. They found out Rome created it. And so they say, yeah, we're commandment keepers. And they go to Torah and try to keep commandments. And the Shabbats. They try to keep the Shabbats Kadash. No more buying and selling on the Shabbat. They stop. They rest. Yeah, that's easy. But what we have to do, we have to go deeper. Because it's easy to say, I keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's easy. Anybody can say it. But we have to see, what did he do? First of all, Jubilee 17, 15 through 18. First of all, we have to see, what are some of these things that he did, he kept. And it came to pass in the seventh week, the first year, this is a week of years here. He says the first month of this Jubilee, on the 12th of the month, there were voices. This is the part I want you to get. There were voices from heaven. Shemayim. Voices coming from up. Voices from where the Most High dwells regarding Abraham. That he was righteous. Did you hear a voice? Did I ever hear a voice? I'm found righteous in all that he told him. You see, none of us can say this. And that he loved Yahuwah, and that in every affliction he was found to be righteous. And the prince of the enemy came and said before the Most High, behold, Abraham loves Yitzchak his son, and he delights in him above all things else. Bid him to offer him as a burnt offering on the mitzvah. And you will see if he will do this command. And you will know if he is found righteous in everything. Try him. This is what he's telling. See, the enemy can get us easily. He tell us, try him. And then the Most High put something before us and we fail. Try him. And Yahuwah knew that Abraham was found righteous. He knew he was righteous in all his afflictions. Abraham was found righteous in all of his afflictions. And he had tried him through his country, come out of her. He tried us. He tried us in Babylon, in these other countries we're scattered in. And he told us to come out of her. See, we had the same test. Oh no, he meant for us to come out spiritually. See, he meant for Abraham to come out spiritually. No, Abraham had to come out physically. Anyone says anything different, they are a liar, and the truth is not in them. So he tried him with a command to come out with famine, no food, no water. He tried him with famine. We hadn't even experienced famine yet. We don't know what famine is like. And we will experience famine. We have to find out what it's like. You're going to know who you are when famine kicks in. And had tried him with the wealth of kings. Who care about the king's wealth? And had tried him again through his wife. She died. When she was torn from him, look, he was tried through her death. She was tried when she was taken from him in Egypt, and with circumcision. And had tried him through Ishmael and Hagar. Look at all these. These are major tests. Our people couldn't pass one of them. These are major tests. I wouldn't want to be tested on any of these tests. These are some serious tests. If the Most High was to take my wife from me, what would I do? Look, she's righteous. She's keeping law, statutes, and commandments. I'm keeping law, statutes, and commandments. He'd take her from me for a couple years. What am I going to do? And when I say a couple years, I don't know how long she's going to be apart from me. What am I to do? That's unthinkable. I never thought I would be tried this kind of a test. His maidservant, when he sent them away, and in everything where he tried him, he was found righteous. Can the Most High say every test he found you in, every test you went through, can you say he found you to be righteous? I don't think none of us, any of us. That means we passed every last test. I know I failed many tests. And his soul was not impatient. Our people today are impatient. Thanks to internet, thanks to fast-paced society, quick, fast, in a hurry, thanks to microwave ovens and all these other luxury pleasures we take for granted, it made us impatient. I don't care what you say. It makes us impatient. If a slow person gets in front of you, they're moving slow. You can't stay behind them and wait, because we have become the most impatient people ever in the planet's existence. I told you we live in the dark ages. We are in the dark ages, and people need to know and understand that. And he was not slow to act. Look, the Most High tell us to do something, and we are slow to act. Because I know for me, some of the things he's told me to do, whoa, I got to think on that. And I know I have to do it, but I'm a little slow to act because I'm reluctant to do it, because this is a difficult task. You want me to do this? I'm scratching my head. I'm thinking about it. Okay, now I'm working up a plan how I'm going to do it. I'm a little slow to act. When the Most High tell us to do something, when I realized we had to come out, one of the first thing I asked him in a prayer, how long? Give me a time. And he gave me a time. Now I had to work on that timetable. I had to move quickly to make this timetable. But some of our people, I hear to come out, and then they act slow. We make up excuses. I have this. I have that. I have these things. We slow to act. Abraham was not slow to act. We are so much different from Abraham. We don't understand when he was called a friend of the Most High. We don't understand the deepness of that, of him being called a friend of the Most High. Why was he called a friend? It's because of what we're reading. He was found righteous in everything he done. Every test he went through, he was found to be righteous. Test after test, trial after trial, he was found righteous. For he was righteous and a lover of the Most High. If Abraham was your father, now we have to go into the things Abraham did. Let's go. Let's see And this is where it's time for you to line up. What your actions, it's time to line up the camp's actions. Are the camps operating the way Abraham did? Are you doing and operating like Abraham did? And I understand he was in position to do some of the things he can do. And many of us today are not in position to do some of these things. These camps, they're in position to do some of these things. And Abraham, this is Joshua 22:11 through 13. And Abraham planted large gardens in Beersheba. And he made it 4 gates facing the 4 sides of the earth. And he planted this vineyard in it. So that if a traveler came to Abraham, he entered any gate which was in his road and remained there and ate and drank and satisfied himself and then depart. Abraham feeding people that came in, feeding strangers. These are some of the things he did. For the house of Abraham was always open to the sons of men that passed and repassed. It was open to those that passed by for the first time, also repassed. They've been there before. They've been gone for weeks, months, years, and now they come back. So it was open to these people who came daily. These people came daily to eat and drink in the house of Abraham. He was feeding people, feeding strangers, people he didn't know. And any man who had hunger and came to Abraham's house, Abraham would get him bread. Wait a minute. All right, I'm finished. Wait a minute. Any man that hunger? Hold up. See, when I was reading this, Shaul just jumped up in my mind. Shaul just, boom, popped right up. This is, Shaul didn't teach this. What did Shaul say? 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, I always have to tell you, listen at this manner of language. We commanded you this. Listen at this manner of language. We. So, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I have yet done it yet. But what if I come to you and tell you, my wife and I, we command you this. What if we do this? Why didn't he say, Yahuwah commanded you this? Because Yahuwah didn't command this. Yahuwah didn't command this. Shaul and his people command you this. And our people today in the camps are walking according to this. But they don't bring this verse out. They don't like talk about this. They pretend like 2 Thessalonians 3:10 do not exist. If anyone will not work, neither shall he eat. A man don't work, a man doesn't eat. You don't work, you don't eat. This is what he's saying. But that's not what we see Abraham doing. We see Abraham feeding any man. They're not working, Abraham. Any man who had hunger. Abraham didn't say, do you work? Do you work? Every person that came to his house, he didn't say, do you work? Where do you work? What do you do? He didn't ask them these questions. See, Shaul was not of Abraham. He was not of his father Abraham. He was of his father, the enemy. S-H-A-T-A-N. He was of his father, S-H-A-T-A-N. We have to know this. So when we see him speaking like this, we can identify what father he's of. Because he said, if you don't work, you don't eat. Most High never said that. Okay, Paulinites, show me where the Most High tell us, if you don't work, you don't eat. So he fed all that came to his house that hunger. Abraham would give to him bread that he might eat and drink and be satisfied. And anyone that came naked to his house, he would clothe them with garments as he chose. So this is what he did. And give him silver and gold. Wait a minute. We know the churches don't do this. We know the camps ain't doing this. I'm not talking about giving silver and gold to your camp members. I'm talking about giving silver and gold to strangers, to people you don't know. You see, these people they're not of Abraham. They're of their father, the enemy, because they're not doing these things.